Alright, this is season 1, episode 5. Now y'all probably like 5. Wait a minute, what happened to 4? Well, listen, we had 4, but it was a little fucked up. Alright, so this is season 1, episode 5 of the Realest Conversation. I'm Boss Man.
I'm Six.
I'm KO.
I'm Fat Leg Ox.
Hey man, and you know we got Fat Leg here. You know what I'm saying? Special guest, man. Y'all make sure y'all show Fat Leg some love. Tell them where to catch you at, brother.
Man, you can catch me at fatleg_ox on Instagram. That's how I'm moving right now with that platform. Or you know what I mean? You can look me up on any music platform. I got a couple songs out. Mixtape dropping soon. So just check me out, man. You won't be disappointed. A lot more is coming, man. And thanks to this platform, Boss Man Vlogs, man, for putting me in the game. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the love as they show me. You know what I mean? So big up, man. Shout out to Edgewood, man.
Already, and we talking about Baltimore. It's Baltimore City right there. You know what I'm saying? It's Baltimore City at its finest and shit, man. Baltimore City at its finest. So alright. So what we gonna do today is we got C's about to pop this bitch off. You dig?
Alright.
Yeah.
So my question: what do y'all think about that N.B.A. walkout? You know what I mean? How they shut it down for the shooting at Jacob Blake? You know, I thought that was respectable. I can respect it. Don't think it was gonna change it.
Me and KO, ooh, we've been running on this bitch all week.
I mean, because I've been thinking about it. I was like, I mean, it was cool, but
now that's the guy. That's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
Tell him what that man's name is.
Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake.
R.I.P.
No, he alive.
Oh, that's right.
He's
That's right.
alive.
He did. He got shot sometimes in the head, matter of fact, right?
Yeah.
Shot in the back.
Yeah, and paralyzed. And they handcuffed him to his motherfucking bed.
Yeah.
But now the handcuffs off though.
So I do have one question on it. Did they ever retrieve a gun? Was there a gun in the vehicle?
I think that if they did, they would have been pressed to say.
Yeah, and I haven't heard it yet.
I don't think that they did.
I don't
but at the same time, and I like to say this to you youngins, man. All you youngins, all you young niggas. I'm talking about, I know y'all niggas be 25 and 26 and y'all think y'all grown. Y'all still some babies. Alright? Y'all gotta stop feeling like you have rights. Nigga, you don't have a right until you get into that courtroom. You're guilty until proven innocent, nigga. Y'all gotta stop thinking that all y'all can talk shit to the police, do this, say no. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you like this, nigga. Don't resist, nigga. You're resisting just by doing this, alright? So how I feel right now, right? How do I feel about that happening and they protesting? I feel like it's cap.
Again.
I feel like another fucking publicity stunt. Because I'm gonna tell you why, dog. Because like this, bro. Why the fuck did that man walk from one side of the car to the other side of the car with the police having a gun on a nigga like this? Yeah, we all said the conversation. It was a taser. It was a taser. Okay, it was a fucking taser. Why did you walk from one side of the car to the other side of the car?
And they're right behind you.
Why?
And they're right behind you.
And not even that. All of the shit that's going, the police want a reason to kill a nigga.
Yeah, and son, I don't want to say it like that, but he gave him all the reason.
He gave him every reason.
You know what I'm saying? Son, like you was on the passenger side of the vehicle.
But you shut
Sit down, bro. Put your kids in the car. Put your kids in the car.
Especially when you got kids in the car.
I'm trying to
on top of that.
But on the real aspect, we also need to come down to, he may have did that, but we also dealing with mental health issues. So we don't really know his condition, his mind state in that moment. We don't know if he's under the influence of something. And you got the media every single day showing a black man being arrested, being killed. And that's why I gotta apologize for saying R.I.P. I'm happy you survived. But in all reality, my mind was thinking, damn, they shot him R.I.P. But really, he did live. But
I mean, he was supposed to die.
His mental state, we don't know his mental state. You have all these police, they should have tackled him to the ground. Like you said, they let him walk from one side to the other side with the gun out. Y'all grown ass man tackled his man to the ground.
I feel like them niggas, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like them niggas was trying to do their best to like show like we don't want
We
to
have resistance. We're
like not even that. I feel like they wanted to show like, you know, we don't want to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. Like yeah, they should have tackled him, but then at the same time, I'm so used to if you run, you get shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you resist, you get shot.
Yeah.
In my mind, everything you do, you're gonna get shot.
I agree. Now with that situation, normally he wouldn't have got to the driver's side of that vehicle.
No, they'd have got him.
They'd have got him.
He'd have got in the front of the car.
Yeah.
He'd have died right there.
Right there.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They showed restraint. You did? Because he would have died in front of the car.
Yeah.
They would have been pressed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's resisting arrest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fleeing.
But my question is now, after all this is said and done, is he going to prison? Is he going to jail?
We don't know what the
We
fuck.
didn't even know what the fuck it was for.
That overpowered the traffic stop.
Yeah, but nah, all he was doing was breaking up a fight though.
Who?
Jacob Blake.
So the nigga stopped with his kids in the car to break up a fight?
That's
See, it just looked bad.
It just don't.
It just looked bad.
It
just looked bad,
broke
bro.
a fight
With his
in-
kids?
in the car.
Yeah, it just looked bad.
That's
bro.
a big question I have. What crime did he actually commit? And is after all this publicity and him being shot and him being paralyzed, is he still going to prison like this? Is he still going to jail like this? Is he still going to get some form of probation for after all this happened? Or are they going to say, oh, we shot your ass, oh, you're free to go, scot-free, paralyzed, not being able to use your dick? So that's what I'm saying. Is he still going to be punished after he's already been punished?
I don't even think that we even got that far with this whole case. I feel there's more so. I feel it's more so that I don't even think they said what he was charged with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in this situation, it's kind of the fact that he was shot. It overpowered even why they even stopped him. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even
Because
think
we haven't heard about it yet.
Yeah, I don't even think we know. And you know they would be pressed to say he had a gun.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So well, I don't know. I'll be lying to sit up here and say
They
like.
say he was reaching for a knife. That's what ultimate story was. That's why he shot him. He was reaching for a knife.
Yeah.
That's why they said they
See,
shot
but
him.
that shit was still that, and I feel like okay, if that was the case, you know, out here nigga probably been lunching off the water out here to do some shit like that.
True, like he-
Nigga wet like a motherfucker doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like he could have been lunching. They should have been hit the nigga with the taser. I for one time I'm happy. The bitches had the tasers out, not the guns.
Yeah,
You did?
exactly.
But you should have whacked his ass right there in front of the car.
Yeah.
Why don't you let him just walk around?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But not to just to backtrack, but see, the original question was what now?
So the original question was, how do you feel? What are your thoughts on how the NBA handled that situation?
So,
as far as, you know,
yeah, for sure. So my thoughts on how the NBA handled it is, why did they walk out for Breonna Taylor? Why didn't they stop? Why are they stopping and walking out for Jacob Blake and all this stuff? Like they never did anything. Like they'll comment and they'll make a comment on Breonna Taylor, but her killers are still at large. She actually did nothing. She ain't walked nowhere. She's sitting in her house chilling. You know what I'm saying? Got shot up and they staged a walkout for that.
Church.
You know, now I would have respected that. You know, because at the very minimum, or at the very least, you're showing that that's not going to be tolerated. That's not going to be accepted. But you're going to allow them. You're going to stop for a guy that's walking around. I don't know. He could have been off the water. He could have been off whatever. But we're missing the point. We're missing the whole subject. They keep changing the narrative. So now we're talking about Jacob Blake. What about fucking Breonna Taylor? I didn't see any knees down for her. I didn't see them staging a walkout for her. And so why are they doing it for this guy?
That's
so
the
they'll
same
they'll
thing.
riot.
That's the same
So they
thing
did
about,
this and they riot off of this dude.
the new one?
No, not George Floyd, but
Ahmaud
Arbery.
Yeah,
Arbery. Why they didn't do it for Ahmaud Arbery, but they did it for George Floyd. Why you skipping niggas and shit? I don't understand. Why you picking and choosing what's right?
So you will stop an NBA game and put the season in jeopardy.
Kenny walked off. Kenny walked off
live on the air.
Kenny walked off live.
Yeah.
Kenny walked off live.
I just believe reason. I mean, and I agree with everything you're saying, but I believe the reason is because it's like the pressure keeps building. So even they didn't do that for Taylor, at that moment when it happened again, it's like the top pop, bow. So now, as it's increasing, more things are happening. The top pops. So now they're gonna do something.
I got you, but why do you need to top the top?
Yeah,
Because that just lets you know that it's been forgotten about from the first place.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
Jump
yeah.
Street, the top
Yeah.
should still be popping for Breonna Taylor right now. But they let her pop for something new. We not finished with this.
Yeah.
I was taught as a youngin' when I grew up, you don't start something new till you finish with the first one. Right? So
Exactly.
we're still working on this. We're still working on this. But you want to pop off for something new to happen. Let me tell you something. Niggas are going to keep getting killed. Some are going to
Niggas
get killed.
gonna keep
You know,
getting
a cop going to shoot another nigga within the next month. You know, and then they're going to stop for that. Yo, stop for Breonna Taylor. Walk out the game. Threaten to end the season for her. There should be no reason in the
I mean, I think that might be like the #1 killing of all of these.
Killing Breonna.
Like, I even feel like Breonna is more vicious than Trayvon. Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Trayvon was but Trayvon really wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Trayvon was just a nigga you just ran across the right nigga. That's I feel like that was Trayvon. You ran across the right nigga. He was like, bitch, I'm gonna let your motherfucking ass down. Like he wasn't a white man.
Yeah.
So we can't really play that role with Zimmerman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he ain't no white man.
Yeah.
So I feel like Breonna shit was like, nigga.
Charlie was in the house.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's unbelievable.
Knocked out.
Wait a minute. Oh, what?
Mhm.
What just happened? Like, what? I feel like her shit is way
It's a little
different.
quiet on Breonna Taylor now.
It's a little
it's a little
quiet,
quiet.
but they are when putting on their jerseys. They're trying to be vocal. You got people posting saying, "Get the killers." I also
I
seen
get
people
it.
posting
Yeah, ain't no
They
action.
rioted. They keep
Yeah,
but they
yeah,
rioting.
yeah,
They keep
yeah.
rioting.
Yeah.
For everything other than the murders.
Mm-hmm.
Ahmaud, they should have rioted.
Mhm.
Cause like
Most definitely.
that man got lynched in broad day.
That broad daylight.
You dig?
Yep. Modern day.
In broad day. Why did y'all not go crazy for that?
Or kneel, or walk out, or threaten the season.
Yeah.
Or still, even for Breonna Taylor.
Or they could have been like, we not even gonna start the season.
Right.
Yeah. We ain't coming back.
We not gonna start this motherfucker. I'm done. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I told y'all like the I can't represent the Black Lives Matter movement because
I agree
for
with
me Black Lives Matter from 2013 till now it should have never stopped.
No.
It should have always been there. I'm talking about they should have some kind of building somewhere, maybe in Atlanta.
It's just the wrong name for it. Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter. Because if something matters to you, you do something about it.
Exactly. But I'm saying we have to remember
There ain't been no
who,
action around it.
who's funding the Black Lives Matter. Who started the Black Lives Matter? We have to see where that comes from. We know who started it. A white man. We know who started it. We know who funded it. So a white man funding it, and now.
Wait a minute.
If you do the numbers,
Hold
if you do the numbers,
Hold on, fella. A white man started that?
yes, a white man started Black Lives Matter.
Why are we not representing the fucking militia? A white man started this?
Yeah. And
Why are we not supporting the militia?
all the funding is going to Joe Biden. No black candidate. No black communities.
What?
So Black Lives Matter is really not Black Lives
Black
Matter.
Lives Matter is a white man's movement.
Let me get some
That's
money.
what
Some
it
white
is.
man's, let me get some more money off these
A
niggas.
Black Lives
Exactly.
Matter is a white man's movement.
Yes.
I just learned something.
On this show, we only speak
Hey,
of
hey, I
that.
don't give a fuck if there are black people that are involved in the organization.
We don't give a fuck
Like,
about it.
we're not talking about no allies and shit. But if a white person is funding it, a white person is running it. Period.
Church, say that again.
If a
Say
white
that
person
again.
is funding it, a white person is running it.
We need y'all to
And
remember
goes
that.
for anything.
I want to go back to the part that you're telling me that the money that Black Lives Matter is bringing in is going to Joe Biden.
Over $100 million have been invested into Joe Biden's campaign to get Trump out of office to push their agenda. That's what it's come down to. See, but at the end of the day, they know the black man is focused on what they see, not what they see. If you focus on what you see, you may not believe there's a God. But if you know go on based on what you don't see and what's around you, you know there is a God. See, you know what I mean? So a lot of black people need to see something instead of investigating something. You know what I'm saying? So all that hundreds of millions of dollars being invested into Joe Biden propaganda by a white man using Black Lives Matter is really to get us to vote what they want us to vote so that they can continue to push their agenda. It's not so much they want to help us out. They know we are the numbers. They know that
Period.
we are a very emotional society. Black people are a very emotional society. So if they can get our emotions to sway this way, to sway that way, they know that, boom.
We can get this guy elected, we can get our agenda passed. Hey, let's use this Black Lives Matter movement to push our agenda.
To push our agenda.
Let's make them think that we give a fuck, we care. Hey, we're gonna stay. You think they're gonna stop the NBA season? Come on, get the fuck out of here. I don't even know why they threatened it.
I don't know why they threatened it.
It was a 24-hour.
Yeah,
2 days.
Let's not play game 5.
Yeah, because they came back on Friday.
Okay. No, right. Yeah, see, now Black Lives really matter. They would have stopped this easy.
No, Black Lives Matter.
Okay, we fed up with this shit. We're done.
If Black Lives Matter, it won't be no talk. We will be pulling resources together.
Thank you.
We would be using resources.
There's too many millionaire niggas too many millionaire rap niggas. I'm gonna say niggas like T.I.
We talking about that. We had that talk.
T.I. I feel like T.I. Even though Killer Mike speak better.
Yeah.
Even though David Banner speak better.
Yeah.
You feel me? But T.I. is the face of anything that has anything to do with black.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And I feel like T.I. needs to put whatever the fuck to make something. I don't know what you could do. But that man got the money to figure it out, to make anything happen.
Yo, this is my main man, Fat Leg Ox. This is my nigga 100%. We were both locked up together.
How much time you did? Let him know.
I did just over 5 years.
What was your sentence?
My sentence was for 25 years. Suspended 20, had to execute my mandatory 5. So yeah, you know, I did my time. I sat down. And the whole time when I was in there, I was with my main man, Fat Leg, right here. He was my walking buddy. He was my compatriot of the joint. We had each other's backs, looked out for each other. I'm talking about 100%. If something was going down, I know I can count on him. He knew he could count on me. You know, it's always good to have somebody
that means
like
you might get fucked up.
Hey, you better believe it. But I knew I could count on him. The nigga knew he could count on me. Man, it's just good. So I just wanted to just introduce him to the community, to our realest conversation ever. Wanted to tell you a little bit about, you know,
one of the greatest supporters that we have on that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
You did.
Absolutely. We want to talk about our time. You know, there's a lot going on with the prison system and the prison complex right now, and the systemic racism that's going on. You know, America right now, we hold, our prison population is greater than most other countries combined. You know, so this is a pandemic. You know, having people locked up, man. But I was fortunate enough to run across some very good brothers, you know, during my time in there, man. So I wanted to give you just a little bit of insight, a couple stories that we had, man. You know, during our time in there. And I started off, man. I remember that one time, we was walking the yard. You know, I was moving stuff. You know, we was moving a little bit of stuff here and a little there. You know, doing what we had to do to get some money. You know, to get high, whatever it was we were trying to do in the joint, right?
Yeah.
So we outside making a move. We walking the yard, and I'm talking about currency.
Hold on, wait, wait, cause I tell you that you always sell yourself short. I tell this nigga this shit all the time. Wait a minute, and then it's about to fuck you up. But fuck both of y'all up, but y'all both gonna smile. What year you got out?
17.
What year you get out?
16. Ended 16.
You went back?
No, I ain't never been back.
You go back?
Never been back.
You on parole?
Nope.
You on parole?
I just made on parole this year, so I've been smoking big fucking blunts.
Yeah. Nigga, listen. Boy, he get into the motherfucking story. You hear me? You got that right there? That's not the average black man. You hear me? That's not the average black man. And I was just telling this man this shit the other day about my partner O, about my nigga O. That nigga institutionalized. This nigga went down. They charged him as an adult at 16. He done been locked down. Then in 15 years he been free 3 months. 3 months out of 15 years he was free. Keep going back. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, as a black man at that, in this time of day,
yeah.
Nah, that's congratulations to y'all niggas. You did? Congratulations to y'all niggas, dog. On God. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas don't do that.
Yeah, 100%. Let me tell you this too. It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy.
It was an uphill battle. But I want y'all niggas to know out there, yo, this shit is possible. I came home, I hit the ground running. You know what I mean? I was ready to change shit up. All that shit niggas thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Nah, I meant it. Because that shit is poison, bro. It's poison being in prison. That's no place for a human being at all.
No.
And then what they try to do is to systemically keep you entrapped, keep you, what did Jada Pinkett say? What you, entangled? Okay. They try to keep you entangled.
You got a definite entanglement with the system that is hard for black men to get out of. It ain't just like it ain't like Jada in August. That shit September and October. It might be November.
For sure. But you know, it's your mindset. You know, it's all about, you know, where your mind's at, and are you willing to change? And are you willing to do what's right? You know, we came out here, we had families. So much for me wasn't. The biggest part for me wasn't, the time is bad enough. You know, you're losing time, you know, in prison. That's some shit you can never get back, right?
No.
One of the most important and valuable asset you have is time. Man, but I lost so many other things when I was in prison, you know. It wasn't the time to really kill me, man. I lost, you know, my family. I lost you know, my 2 boys. I lost my mother. You know, that's what those are adds to the addition of things that I can never get back and can never change. And you know, that's what really hurt. You know, so I was determined when I got home that I was going to change shit around, do things different, not only for myself but for y'all. You know, for my listeners, people that don't think this shit is possible. It is possible. You can't make it out the trap, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So look. So me and my man O, we in the yard. You know, we out of order a little bit. You know what I mean? Trying to make some things happen. We going in there. So in prison, currency is you know, your commissary, your food, whatnot, man. We out there with big shit. We made our move.
Net bags.
Net bags, right? Yeah. So we breaking shit down. You know, making our move, get what we need to get, and whatnot. We thought we was the slickest cats out there. At the end of the day, we really were. To be honest with you, because we never got caught. You know, my whole time in the joint though, you know, I never get sent to the hole. I ain't never been on lockup. You know, just couldn't catch me.
Been on ad, man.
Well, you been on ad, man. But they just couldn't catch a nigga. And our whole time when we was together, once we had made it to the hill.
That's the lowest security
that's the lowest
level.
Joint. Once you got to the lowest security level, I'm talking about shit is running rampant. So you have more access to things because people are outside being able to bring product and contraband and merchandise into the prison and shit. So it was a little bit different, man. So we thought we just look, man. Somebody seen us. One of the CEOs seen us through the window, you know, doing a transaction. Man, so I had the joint. It's so funny. It's so funny that because O told me while I was doing it.
Yeah.
I had put the piece that I had, you know, our contraband. I put it in my sock. O said, "Hey, you sure you want to put that shit in your sock, bro? You should put that." Because we had little contraptions, I mean, I ain't gonna give y'all all the secrets and shit. You know, we gonna keep some of it, you know, because niggas are still inside. But O had a special spot where he was gonna hide his stuff, which I really had available to me too. But I was rushing. I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, whatever, let's get this shit done. Put that joint in there, right? Put it in my sock. He put it where he was supposed to put it at. Yo, we get caught up. CEO see us out the window, and they've been waiting on this too. They've been waiting on this because they could never catch us because we was too slick. Me and this nigga always used to operate together like they couldn't get nothing out of nobody, right? No. So they catch us. They're like, oh, okay, we got you. Y'all need to follow us. And I'm talking about that we were escorted by, must have been 6 of them.
Oh, 6 of them.
Six of them. 6 CEOs and shit escorting us. Like, oh yeah, talking shit the whole time. Oh, we got y'all this time. Oh, y'all going to lock up. Y'all doing this. Y'all, you know, blah this and that. We was like, all right, cool. Let me tell you what saved me, yo. The more science. All right,
you gotta tell them where they escorted y'all to.
They escorted us into the chapel area to search us, right? It's just so this was a Wednesday. It happened to be the More Science Day, so they had the podium sitting out in the middle of where they were searching us at, right? The podium saved me, right? So it's stripped. It's stripped naked, strip everything, take everything off. So remember, I had that shit in my sock. So I'm taking everything off, got my shirt off, took my pants off, took my shoes off. When I take my socks off, I grab this joint, so I'm holding it in my hand, right? The last thing I gotta take off is my underwear. So I take off my underwear, and took my underwear off. I had the joint in my hand, and I threw my underwear back behind the podium, and I had the little piece that I had, and the joint landed perfectly behind the podium, right? So they searched me, searched everything, didn't find nothing. They were just like, oh, so I told y'all, y'all on the wrong shit. Y'all wasting all this time and shit. Y'all gonna be do whatever it is y'all do out there, but they ain't fucking with me, right? Of course, had his shit in the right spot, so
keep them tucked, baby. Sneaky pockets.
So,
Gotta have the sneaky pockets.
So they ain't catch him with nothing, right? But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, though, right? So, they was like, okay, we fucked this up. We still ain't get him, whatnot. I happen to do set up. I'm Christian. I set up for the Christian service. So later on that evening, so this happened at like 3 o'clock. So later on that evening, I went back to go set up, for service in the chapel. So what did I do? I went back and picked up my piece from behind the joint. We got high that night. Have mercy. We was good to go. Church. My man C say GTG. Good to go. We was good to go. That's why I was ain't catch me. Had the joint, recouped my piece, and was still good. Still did what I had to do. We still made our money, man. We had a lot of little fun. Close calls at the joint, bro. So I just want to share that story with y'all real quick, man. One thing we was able to slide on by with, man. And Fat Lady, you got one? You got a couple? You got any stories?
Shit, man. I was incarcerated for about 7 years. I got multiple stories. I'm gonna do one when I was out. I was down Baltimore City in the J.I. building. So this was in 2016 on Easter. It was the Easter massacre down there. So I'm on J.I. building 900. We down that joint, we chilling, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna state the names of the 2 organizations. That means nothing. But 2 organizations got into it. Police coming in. They began to fighting the police. I'm sitting on the bunk, smoking. I'm rolling up now because I know it's ready to go down. When I tell you it's a riot, it's a riot. Bitches getting stabbed. I'm talking about police bitches getting stabbed. Niggas getting beat up. That whole dorm is out of control. There's 200 people in the dorm. You know me, I'm cool, calm, and collective. I'm sitting up on there and I'm rolling all my shit up because I know they ready to shut shit down. I'm passing out Brown, I'm passing out the K2, the niggas for free. Type of nigga I am, because I'm going to get it back. So boom, 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 we doing all that. So the riot over. They call me down there, they say, Mr. So-and-so, we need to speak to you. They got me on camera, smoking, passing shit out. That's what they say. So the camera fogging, how you know that's me? Well, we don't know that's you. I sit on admin for 2 days, come off. But that just goes to show you that, like, we want everybody out there to understand, man, that this shit is not worth it. Because easily in that riot, I could have been stabbed, you know what I mean? I could have been locked up, you know what I mean, even longer, you know what I mean, because I had a contraband, you know what I mean? But the whole thing about it is we want everybody to understand out there, man, prison is not slick. All these rappers, you know what I mean, I do rap myself when I speak about my experience. But all this stuff going down, man, you do not need to be in prison away from your family. You do not need to be in prison away from the world. And if you happen to find yourself there, go there, open up a book. Start reading that book. Understand what you want to do before you leave the system. I got my CDLs when I left the system. I studied inside the system. You call somebody uptown, can you send me some information on electrician, plumbing, or whatever you choose to do, HVAC. Go in there and study, and then come home a better man. I have not been back. I've been home since the end of 2016. I made it on parole. I got my CDLs. I bought my first house. Not no rent in no house. I bought my first house. You know what I mean? I had a few multiple businesses. Some of them failed. But the whole thing is that you gotta come home and try. You know what I mean? And realize that you're not what they say you are. You're greater than that. You're a king. You're a boss. So become that, live in that. It's a lot of anxiety people have. It's a lot of self-hatred we have for one another. And that all reflects on you. So really, mind your own business and focus on what you gotta focus on. Because at the end of the day, the prisons are getting worse. Motherfuckers walk around prison with these on. with these on. You don't gotta worry about no nigga stabbing you no more. You gotta worry about the motherfucking corona.
That Rona killing nigga, man. Hey, look, let me tell you something. Like, see, I'm originally from motherfucking Ohio. Well, listen, I was born in Providence Hospital, Northeast DC. My motherfucking mother moved when I was 3 years old. I'm an Ohio nigga. I'm a Midwest nigga, for real, for real. You do what I'm saying? Y'all be always asking about that New Orleans accent. I spent like 8 years with motherfucking New Orleans family members. So that's where that New Orleans shit come from. I'm connected in New Orleans very heavy. Hit your man and tell you. Good out back. But when you come from another area and you move to Maryland, and like I'm from the part of Maryland that is, you got Baltimore, which is not Maryland, it's Baltimore. Even though it don't make sense, it's Baltimore. Baltimore is Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So when you say you from Maryland, you got PG County. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Now you got Anne Arundel County, you got Moe County, you got Howard County, but Charles County, Frederick County, you got all these counties. But when you, it's DC, PG, Baltimore. That's how it go. If you want to talk about the hardest areas, so you got Baltimore County, but we ain't talking about Baltimore County. We talk about Baltimore City, we talk about Washington DC, and we talk about Prince George's County, Maryland. I'm a Landover nigga. Landover, Glenarden, Bryce E. Road, Glenarden Parkway, Alma, all of that shit. That's where I'm from. So coming from another state, and you know, see, when I was younger, we didn't have, like, the way we talked was kind of different. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that I got caught with some work, and I just rolled out. I just hopped on the car. Like, it was, like back then, nigga, I had caught a plane ticket for like $50. Hopped on the plane, went back to Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I remember I came back, and when I came back to Maryland, niggas was saying, true. Just like, right? So it's like, so I'm like, all right. So I'm like, hey, I'm about to come down there and jump. He like, true. I'm just like, what the fuck do you keep saying that shit? Because I'm been in Ohio, so now I come back to Maryland. Right. I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm still hip to how niggas talk. Right. So then I'm hearing niggas say, song. I'm like, what the fuck is a song? Like, go ahead, son, kill, son. Kill, son. Kill, son. Like, what the fuck? So I'm confused as a motherfucker. So my whole thing was, I refuse to change how I talk. Like, that was my whole thing. I'm not about to talk like these niggas. So a lot of times, like, when I be talking that Maryland shit, and they don't be knowing because I don't talk how these niggas talk now. I don't say Mo. I'm not from DC. So basically, you know, not being from there, you know, you hear stories and shit like that. And I never forget when we pulling up to the jump. Like, mind you, these niggas took me through like 10 different districts before I even got to the city, right? So I finally get there, and I never forget this shit, dog. It was a nigga that sounded just like this nigga Fraley, nigga from Mount Almo. Shout out to nigga Fraley. Nigga say to me, he like, yeah, you know, he like, man, you ever been to this joint? And I was like, nah, I ain't never been to this joint. He was like, man, well, I'm just tell you, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, man, niggas be in here lunching in here, Mo. He like, Mo, niggas be in here ready to kill you off the phone, Mo. You don't look like no bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just don't try to go in there off no super tough guy shit. You hear me? I'm like, yeah, I hear you, my nigga. He like, nah, for real, cause like niggas be in this joint tripping, Mo. You hear me? He was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be cool, be calm, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm thinking like, what the fuck is this nigga talking? And Upper Marlboro niggas ain't telling niggas to do this shit. You know what you talking about, dog? Nigga ain't saying nothing about no Upper Marlboro and shit. So this is when we in the court, John. Any nigga that know DC jail, you know what I'm saying? When you locked up, you in the court, so you end up with the red bars, you know, the cells is red out DC. So then, you know what I'm saying, that's when they, either you go home, or your ass stay. You know, you can't bond out of DC. That's fucked up, ain't it? You can't bond out. Nigga, you could be a millionaire.
Welcome to my world.
So, then I get in it. They take us, you know what I'm saying? And boom, they take us to the city. And shit was probably, it felt like a 2-minute ride, but it probably was maybe like a hot 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I get in the jump. So we get in the little first jump. Same thing if you see on the internet as far as like YouTube, anything you ever seen about DC jail, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit in DC, the jail look exactly the same when you go in there. You go through the door, they place you in the little room right there, you come out, it's a booth right here, and then it's all the same. So we get in the jump, and then had a gay CO. Gay CO, all bucks. I'm talking about before you even hit the unit. I ain't even hit my house. Yeah. All bucks, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know, in Upper Marlboro, you ain't squatting, coughing, you're not doing all that shit in Upper Marlboro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and out the city, yeah, you gonna have to bend over, squat, you know what I mean? Butt nigga, 5, 6 other niggas, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. And I remember, I'll never forget this shit, brother. CO was like, damn, yo, you acting so tough, old little dick ass nigga. Everybody looked at this nigga like, yo, go ahead. Like, what the fuck? Well, so niggas is like, all right, nigga, hurry up, get in that jump, wash up real quick, put that shit on, right? Yeah. So I get to the unit, nigga take me to the house. I'm in Northeast 2. I go to Northeast 2. As soon as I hit Northeast 2, nigga, they fucking riding in that bitch. Like, it just ain't go down. As soon as I hit the jump. So now, mind you, I'm just like, yo, the nigga just sat here and tried to give me some game on what the fuck is going on. And as soon as I hit the unit, I'm just like, I'm looking like, I don't know what to do. Like, I ain't never been here before. I don't know shit about shit. So I'm just looking like, nigga, I'm holding my shit like, nigga, what the fuck? So I put myself around, lay down and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, they had, so it's like, nigga, I'm in this jump. And the way they had this shit with like Northeast 2, it was neighborhood on one side, neighborhood on the other side. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why they got it like that? But it's like, all right, So I remember that they had us on 12 and 12, half and half lockdown. You know what I'm saying?
This is very good, by the way.
No, I mean, for the shit that was going on.
Yeah.
But okay, the moral of the story, what I'm trying to get to, right? I had a different outlook on Maryland niggas when I went to DC jail. Because a lot of Maryland niggas want so bad to be DC niggas, right? So to actually not be a nigga that's from Maryland, not be a nigga that's from DC, but be around these niggas, to hear how DC niggas really talk, right? So I'm like, I'm in this joke. And I'm listening to how these niggas talk. I'm listening to the accent. And I'm just like, nigga, these niggas, PG niggas don't talk shit like these niggas. And it was like, when I came home, I looked at everybody different.
Our next topic is going to be about the Mike Tyson-Roy Jones fight coming up. It was delayed originally. It was supposed to be slated for September 12th. Now it's been pushed back a couple months. I believe it's November 28th right now. The question I have for you two about the Roy Jones-Mike Tyson fight.
I'm listening. I don't even know.
Did I miss it? Like,
nah,
y'all keep laughing.
Because he's
the question I have for you.
Before the camera even cut on,
because he just
they kept kikiing and shit.
Nah,
y'all niggas kikiing.
He just had a little face.
The question I have for you about that fight is, who is Roy Jones' next of kin? Does he have his affairs in order?
Why you think they pushed it back?
Okay.
Why you think they pushed it back?
That's more than likely. That's more than likely.
I knew it was gonna be something funny.
I want to know if he had his shit together. Does he have his affairs in order? Insurance. What things you look at when you about to die? Look at what's the type of things you look at? Insurance.
Now make sure that his family's good.
Make sure the family's good.
Make sure everybody's
taken care of. Do I have enough money to sustain them? But like, not even just this generation, the next generation, and my grandkids, okay?
Now you know, he got all that.
He's spent enough money in his lifetime for his grandkids to be okay. Is this secure? Is this safe? And this is probably going to be the big payout right here. That's going to provide for them at the end of the day, right? So that's what I want to know. Are these things? Do you feel that Roy Jones has his next of kin and insurance paperwork in place enough for him to be able to go fight Mike Tyson on November the 28th?
I think so. I think that was the reason for it to be pushed back in all essence. Yeah, I mean, it might have been for both of them because, you know, they're both of an age. Mike is 54, Roy is 51, you know what I'm saying? So I do believe that, yes, that's the reason why they pushed it back.
Yeah, all right.
let me.
What? It's different
Yeah,
ages?
it's like 54, 51. Niggas like 57 and 53. Some shit. Let me see. But let's see. Let's
Ask
just
Google. Ask Google. Okay.
You know I am.
But I know you are. So I mean, at the end
He already Googled this shit. You already know his
Nah,
answers.
Nah, I know I'm not wrong.
Look, his answers are gonna be whatever he Googles a lot. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But it's in essence it's for both of them.
I would have thought Mike Tyson was in his 60s though. Like Mike came
I
in his
didn't know he
60s.
was 54.
Oh damn! Fuck. See, you was working.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that he was.
How old is he?
Mike 54.
Mike 54. Roy's 51.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I would have thought, but I and all that. Okay, so you know, I think that Mike is. I feel like Mike Tyson is better off. You know what I'm saying? As far as you know, how he's gonna go about the fight. You know, he's been
gonna go about it. He's gonna go about it like this.
He's been practicing
Put it back
long.
on me real quick. He's gonna go about it like this.
That's cool.
You go about
Go
this.
to who you want to go to. I'm just saying, Mike's been practicing. When it comes to the hands, he's been on his practice zone. Now, Roy, his last fight was he's 51. Was like 48, 47. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So technically,
Really wasn't even that long ago. You're right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So technically, Roy should be in better shape. But even if you look at his last fight, he wasn't all that good.
No,
Right?
that ain't got no
Yeah,
bad
he-
shape.
yeah,
Because,
you know what I'm
at the end of the day, you train for what you train for.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Well, I feel like I don't know who gonna whoop on who. Yeah, it might look good practicing, but it's a whole hitting motherfucking this joint and
Right,
hitting
right, right.
the person.
Hitting the person that's
It's
hitting you
two
back.
different things.
I'm going 85 on a one-way road with a thing to my head, thinking gon' let it go. Nigga, you should go thank Deacons on the real. All the nigga ever said was we gon' let it go. Some street trapping led a nigga to a situation that I never thought it'd be. Plus, I'm a nigga from another fucking city, so they looking at him.